around. Hi, my name is Karen Wallaesa, and I had an abortion when I was 13. I grew up in a very abusive household and suffered every type of abuse imaginable at the hands of my own family. Because of my household situation, I was at the young age of 13 trying to find someone to love me and rescue me. In my mind, intimacy equaled love. So it should be no surprise to hear I got pregnant from my first boyfriend. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to tell anyone other than my boyfriend. So like so many others, I just kept quiet and thought I would deal with it later. As time went by, I started to shove. One morning while standing in the kitchen getting ready for school, my mother looked at me and said, "Are you pregnant?" I just looked at her and started crying. My mother then informed me I was getting an abortion. She told me if my dad found out I was pregnant, he would kill me. She wasn't exaggerating his temper, wasn't talking about him yelling at me. She meant that he would have beaten me so bad that neither I nor the baby would survive. Although I was only 13, I really wanted my baby, but was too afraid to say anything and thought I had no one to turn to. So I stood quietly by and let my mom make all the decisions. My mother truly believed she was making the best possible decisions for me that she could. Neither of us knew what my future would hold because of that one decision. Doctors didn't tell you about the devastating effects it has on women, and devastating they are. It took me 30 years to finally get healing. I went through 30 years of depression, cutting, drinking, having intimacy issues, pushing away people that were good to me, wanting only one-night stands. I figured I would never talk about my abortion and I would just pretend my abortion never happened. But then one day my sister found out that I had an abortion, and she asked me if it was true, and I told her yes. She started to cry, and she said that was my niece or my nephew. And then I started to cry, and I told her I was sorry. She then informed me that that was her niece or her nephew, that she now doesn't get the chance to love, because I took that away from her. So my abortion hasn't only affected me, it affected my sister. And then as time went by, I had 3 children of my own. I'm still suffering from depression. I have been in and out of hospitals. I have taken many medications, and I have talked about all the abuse that happened in my household and thought I was doing better. And I figured that was the only thing that was bothering me. But my depression never went away. So now I'm trying to raise 3 children, and in the back of my mind, always thinking about when the time is right, I'll just end my life. I wasn't sure why I was so hurt. It took a long time to find out. A friend of mine set me up on a blind date with my now husband. He was a devout Catholic, I was not. On our very first date, I figured if our relationship was going to go anywhere, I would have to tell him about the worst thing that I had ever done. And that would be my abortion. He was okay with it and said that everything that happened to me in the past has brought me to where I am today, to who I am today. So as time went by and we were dating, quickly fell in love, he came to a realization that I needed healing for my abortion, whereas I thought I didn't. So he checked into the Allen Diocese Rachel Vineyard Retreat. That was one of the most amazing experiences that I had ever had in my life. Through that retreat, and through God and His divine mercy, I was able to see my baby in heaven with Christ. My son is a beautiful little boy, and his name is Jonathan. He is very happy, and he is very loved. He is loved more in heaven than I could ever imagine to give him as much love here on earth. My baby forgives me. God forgives me. And because of that, I am able to forgive me. My lips, my arms, and my heart will forever long for the touch of my baby. I will regret that day for the rest of my life. But now, through God, He has given me tools and helped me to be able to share testimony with others in hopes that they won't make the same decision that I have made. In the hopes that they will come to see that all life really matters. And that is why I am silent no more.